No, especially if they have long hair and live inside their car.
All right, what's going on, guys? It's Big Nugget, and if you're new here, I live and travel full-time out of this 1993 Chevy G20. Now today is a little different from any other day, and that's because we got Miss Daisy here.
Hi.
Which she was on a scooter, and I was pulling out of a gas station at a 7-Eleven, and I kind of like ran over her. And long story short, here we are now. I wouldn't be smiling if she wasn't safe, but I was freaked out. She was freaked out, but I was pulling out, and then we kind of like clipped the back end of the scooter. Anyway, I guess I'll go ahead and pass the camera to her and let her narrate her side of the story.
Okay guys, so I was passing by and I thought he saw me because he let another lady pass by, and then he hit my scooter, and when he was hitting the scooter, like it hit my leg, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. This is it. How I'm gonna tell my mom that I'm dead. The back wheel doesn't work anymore, but I'm okay. And he was like, can I give you a ride? And I was like, yeah. So I hopped in a white van with a complete stranger. And now we're at a park. We
had a near-death experience, and I don't know, if I didn't take your life running over you. You know, getting in the van's a sketchy move too, so I don't know. It's the most random thing. I've never hit anybody. I don't think she's ever been hit. You ever been hit?
No, never.
So I mean, this is a first. So now, just gonna give her a ride to work, and then I guess see what it takes to repair her van so we can help her out fix the scooter, so we can help fix the scooter.
So today's actually my first day on the job. I'm gonna be a group leader, well, after school group leader for elementary school, and I had to do some training before I start working. And today was actually my first time taking the tracks, and this happened. We're headed to the job, and we were actually talking about this in the car, and how I was just so willing to go get a ride from him. And I was telling him that that I just trust people, like even though they're like, I don't know, white men.
Oh my god. And you can't trust the white men.
No, especially if they have long hair and live inside their car. But I guess it's another crazy story to tell, and yeah.
Okay, so you talking about you like possibly doing van life one day, or like?
Oh yeah. So I've always wanted to do van life since I was a little kid. I always thought that was so cool, like so hippie lifestyle. And actually, before I got ran over, I was looking at his van, and I was like, that van looks so cool.
You see it up close.
And I don't know, I guess it like inspires me even more to do van life, because I never actually talked to someone who was in that van lifestyle. So now like talking to someone, and I'm like, okay, like I'm asking questions, like
who knows, maybe we'll see you on the road down the line.
Yeah.
But I told her, I was like, man, I was heading to Planet Fitness. I was about to go like shower and freshen up. So not only did I hit her, not only did a man in a van hit her, but a dirty man in the van hit her. All right, y'all, I just made it over here to Planet Fitness. About to go in, get cleaned up, get showered. And man, Daisy, again, I'm really sorry. I'm super happy that you're okay. Nothing happened, like nothing serious happened. If you do happen to tell your mom or she sees the video, I'm really sorry for hitting your daughter. I promise I did not mean to. And she was really sweet and really awesome about everything. And even though if it was my kid, I'd probably be skeptical about him getting in the van with a stranger. But I will say that you can rest assured that she would, like, nothing would have happened to her. You know, I wouldn't have kidnapped her or anything. Yeah, crazy morning. I'm about to go get showered up and freshen up, and I'm actually gonna be going to meet one of my friends that I've been friends with since El Paso, Texas, which is like my entry Army days. So I guess I'll see y'all again at the next point of interest. Today we have something pretty special on the itinerary. If you don't know, I've been in Utah and they have some like world phenomenon kind of sightseeing adventures. I was over at the Bonneville Salt Flats, absolutely crazy. And now today we are at a place called the Spiral Jetty. And if you can see, I don't know if you can see the spiral out there. Oh yeah. So I mean, that's where the whole spiral kind of situation comes from. But the relevance of why this place is important and why I wanted to catch the spot before we left is because the water here is pink. It does sound kind of weird. Like, it does sound kind of crazy. It don't even sound realistic. But the water here is pink. When I got here yesterday, it was a little later in the evening, so I was like, I actually flew the drone out to check. I'm like, man, because it's a good drive back here. Like, I drove for, I haven't seen a gas station for an hour on my way here yesterday, and like the last 30 minutes was like off-road kind of washboard terrain. So yeah, I mean, it was kind of a venture out here, but it's definitely gonna be worth it. I'm actually right now trying to debate if I want to haul the kayak all the way out there just to be able to kayak on the pink water. Honestly, I think it is kind of worth it, but that walk does seem pretty far, so I'm not 100% sure yet. So we'll see. And also, to kind of match the vibe, I got us a little something to cook today. Now, I don't want to quite tell you what it is yet. I will drop this hint if you've been watching. When I got my oven, I said this was the first thing that I was going to cook in the oven. However, I ended up doing the deer jerky. But this is the first thing that I wanted to cook in the oven. And now we are over here with pink water, so it's only fitting. So I'll leave y'all with that. And if you think you might know, just let me know in the comments before we get too far into the video. And either way, I'm excited to get out there. I was wondering, like, man, what do we gotta do if we gotta use the bathroom out here? And I was like, man, should I set up my tent just in case? But then I'm looking right here, and I'm like, man, is that little infrastructure a bathroom right there? I don't know, but if it is, that'd actually be pretty freaking awesome. So I'm gonna go check that out real quick. But either way, buenos dias, guys. We're here, and like I said, today we're gonna go explore this pink water, a phenomenon of Utah, which is pretty much about an hour and a little under 2 hours north of Salt Lake City. And once we finish up here, got a little something to cook, and then I'm gonna head out and we're gonna start making our way to Idaho. This is the infrastructure that I thought was the bathroom. It's just a bench. But if you can see, I've already set up my bathroom. I already used the bathroom. I got the kayak down, and I'm just waiting on some batteries to charge up because last night I had my drone batteries on charge, and I guess I just assumed I had some more GoPro batteries ready to go. So just letting them get some juice, probably another 30 more minutes, and then we're gonna head down there. If y'all can see this rocky terrain right here, I'm gonna have to march. Well, obviously we're gonna have to march the kayak down all that, and just make sure we're good going down. And then once we get to the sand area, if I need to drag it, we'll be able to. And I'm not exactly sure how far that is out, but honestly, it does look like a good little distance. If I had to assume, I would probably give it at least like half a mile, 3/4 mile, and that's just kind of like a visual reference. So don't quote me if I'm wrong, but I hope, well, it'll all be well worth it to me. All right, y'all, I just downloaded all my gear, and if you think I look funny with my glasses like this, it's just so I can see with no color filter on it. I want to get the raw effect. So anyway, let's drop these slides and get on out here, man. Man, this is some of the most crazy, unrealistic, beautiful stuff I've ever seen in my life. Salt flats, now pink water. Well, guys, we're out here in the middle of it now, and honestly, it's just so surreal that I don't really want to talk much. I just kind of want to sit and enjoy it. And you know, online they said the water is only like this during the summer. I don't know how much truth there is to that, but this is absolutely insane. Well, guys, here you go. 10:44. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and get this thing packed back up, and we'll go ahead and start working on our dinner for today, or our little cuisine. I think I'm gonna just see y'all back at the top. We survived. I'm back to the top. Started to pack up. Let's go ahead and get this kayak back on the roof and get everything put back in here. All packed and ready to go. Loaded up, kayak back on the top, everything inside. Man, it's been a blast. But let's get out of here, go clean. I'm gonna go shower and clean up. We're gonna cook, and we're gonna end up where we're gonna be for the night. So that's 3 things on the list to do today. And step 1 is leaving here so we can get some service. Another thing on the list to do is gonna be to clean the van out, because you know, every time I go somewhere it just kind of gets hectic, and I've got this door and this bike in here, so it's not terrible. It looks a lot worse than it is right now, but all this clutter up here, I like to stay organized. It's just a pet peeve I got. If I don't stay organized, I'm gonna lose my mind, especially in a small space. So I like to stay on top of it. But either way, guys, it's time to get on down. It was a blast, man. That was a beautiful sight to see. Pink water is absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, let's get on up out of here, man. What a good way to start the day. By the way, I have been pretty active, and I just make sure I'm active. I try to be active for the most part on a daily basis. Do something active, even if it's something small, like I don't know, parking in the back of Walmart, just to, you know, stuff like that. I'm trying to make these little improvements so that way I'm a lot more active. So that way, when I'm not working out on days I don't work out specifically, at least the lifestyle is a lot more involved with physical ability, period. But yeah, getting that kayak down and back, it wasn't too bad. You know, can't necessarily say it was my favorite thing to do, but you know, it got us a little workout in, and then loading everything back on here. You know, I got a little sweat going on, but I feel good. A good way to kick the day off. I love days like this, and that was stunning. Like that pink salt water was crazy. I just made it to Planet Fitness. I've only been driving like an hour and a half, and I'm already tired. Like that driving just puts me to sleep, man. But I made it here. I'm about to go in and get cleaned up. We are officially in Idaho now. And a quick update: I said we were going to Bear Lake or Bear Creek. It's called Bear Lake, but I think I called it Bear Creek. But I think I had the place kind of confused in my mind because when I checked our Overlander, it wasn't what I remember. So anyway, we just bypassed Bear Lake, and I'm going to this new campsite somewhere. I don't exactly know where, but in Idaho for sure. All right, we got fresh and cleaned up. Man, what a nice way to kind of revitalize and decompress. Well, let's head to our spot. Alright guys, we made it. We are actually in Blackfoot, Idaho right now, which actually has some cool history when it comes to the natives. But we found this little park. It's called Rosa Park, and what we're gonna cook now before the sun goes down is I'm gonna do a Jell-O cake, which my mom made it for me a long time ago when I was a kid, and it's just something that I always liked. Like I remember how it just kind of stuck with me. We'll just say that. So today we're gonna do a Jell-O cake, and I'm gonna set up the oven and stuff out here, and we'll get it baking. I don't know if we'll be able to eat it tonight. We might have to partake in it in the morning because we're gonna have to make it and then freeze it, or like let it sit in the fridge for quite some time. But either way, I'll give you all this beautiful view, and we'll go get to cooking. Now we got that set up, I'm gonna go ahead and throw a can of butane in here, and I'm not gonna let it preheat yet. We'll go ahead and mix our batter and stuff together. All right, so this is where it gets magical. We got our pan. I'm gonna just mix it up in here to keep it simple. We need let's see, 3/4 cup of water, half a cup of vegetable oil, 3 eggs. All right, just in case y'all didn't know, I'm the eyeball king. So 3/4 cup of water. Just gonna hit it with some milk and hope for the best. Now we need to hit it with our 3 eggs. We're just gonna go ahead and hit it with this cooking oil. And it's about a half a cup, so. Now we got our batter all mixed up. So it's looking good. And you know, I said I was gonna swap pans, but I think I'm gonna just put it in there like this, because the only reason I would have swapped is to oil coat the other one so it doesn't really stick. But since I'm using a disposable pan, I'm not really too worried about it. Typically you want to run a certain degree for a certain time, but in our case we're just going to, I got the Coleman turned on high, and I don't exactly know what that'll get us up to, but I will be monitoring the temp. See, we're already at 100 degrees, so I'll just check the temp. I'll make sure I monitor the cake. I mean, we're not gonna, you know, hopefully we don't mess it up. Every time I say something's not gonna happen, it always happens. So let's say hopefully. Yeah, I'll just let the time roll by, check on it periodically, and I'll show y'all the end result. Well, can't tell if it's done or not, so let's go ahead and grab us a little fork. And then, you know, we'll do the little cake fork, whatever trick. You poke it, and if it's wet, it's not done. If it's dry, it's done. So let's go ahead and grab us some silverware. Spoon. Spoon. 2 spoons. Come on, fork. Ah, there we go. Moment of truth. Peace stories, these stones. All right. Give me a little pokeroo. I'm gonna be honest. I think there's some inconclusive results. All right, I'm gonna say it's not done yet. Hold on, let me taste it. Let me try another one. Benefit of the doubt. I don't know, y'all. Honestly, it might be done. I mean, it's looking pretty good. It feels good. You know what? I'm gonna call it done. And if it's not done, good thing you don't have to eat it. Let's go ahead and pour that thing out, and then get some holes poked into it, and then we're gonna work on our Jell-O covering. I don't really have anything to grab it with. I don't know how hot it'll be for bare hand action. Let me touch it. Okay, I'm gonna use both hands. I think I can get it over. Okay, honestly, that really wasn't bad at all. And here's our cake, man. Check us out. No spray, and it's not even stuck. At least it don't look like it. Maybe, and we just don't know it. Feels nice and fluffy. Now, what we want to do is put 1,000 little holes in it, like this. And that's so when we put our Jell-O mix on the top or pour it over it, it seeps all into the cake. All right, now let's read our instructions on here. In order to mix, we'll do 2 cups boiling water, 2 cups cold water. Add boiling water to gelatin mix, stir for 2 minutes until completely dissolved, then put your cold water in. All right, well, let's go ahead and boil up 2 cups of cold water. Again, we're gonna be eyeballing it, so wish me luck. Hopefully we got enough fuel left to boil water. Oh yeah, we're good. We're in there like swimwear. Okay. Step 1, don't suck. The water, I'm just gonna get some water out my faucet. I'm gonna get some water out my faucet back here. And while the cake was cooking, I went ahead and washed my dishes, so we got some clean dishes now. My mini boiler. And then about 1 cup right there. We'll call that, let's see. Yeah, we'll call that 2 cups. Boom. Go ahead and get this thing rolling, man. There's our flame. All right, let's get her boiling. Now, so we can just kind of stick to this disposable stuff. We're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of this here. Go ahead and mix our Jell-O powder into it, and then once that water's boiling, I'll pour it into here. We'll let it sit, stir it, we'll let it sit like the directions it's talking about, and then we'll double back and add our 2 cups of cold water. All right, into our gelatin.
Ooh, we got it. Yeah, we got it.
Cold water in. Boom. Mix it up. And then once I pour this over the cake, I'm just gonna let the cake sit overnight, just because it really wouldn't pay for me to get up in a few hours. And I mean, the sun's going down, so We'll just let it sit overnight. No harm, no foul. It'll be good tomorrow anyway. Probably better. Alrighty, we got that. And now, what we want to do is bring our cake to the light. Like so. And dump all this on there, son. Oh, making a bit of a mess. I'm gonna just cover that thing. Every crack, crevice, orifice, just put it all inside of there. That's pretty much all I'm gonna do for the night. I'm just gonna chill, hang out, and probably get ready for tomorrow mentally, or get organized and kind of have some kind of idea of plan of attack moving forward. So, I will see you beautiful people in the morning. Good morning, beautiful people. We survived the night, and just to give you a quick view, this is what it looks like. Excuse my fallen handle. But yeah, right here on the pond. Oh, I did find out that this was a pond, by the way. I also found out that the whole reason why the water's pink over there on the northern arm of the Great Salt Lake is because it's highly salty, and some kind of microorganism is just attracted to it. So I guess it's like a pink version of bioluminescence. Anyway, just thought I'd throw that in there because I personally was curious, and I hated that I didn't have an answer because I didn't have service to look it up over there. But it's cake time. So let's go ahead and check out our cake. Oh man, I smell it already. Yeah, this thing is nice and cold. Let's go ahead and pop up our table, man. That thing's so cold it's starting to crystallize with ice. Well. Cool Whipping. Or whip topping, whatever. Cool Whip. So step one is we're gonna wanna, I got this little spreader spoon. Go ahead and get us a good chunk of this and lather it down. Smooth enough for me, baby. I had to take a bite of this stuff. Don't judge me. Now, let's go ahead and move this out the way. It's time to bring in our finishing touch. We got some strawberries, and well, I didn't really think that through. I froze the banana on accident. It might just not be in our foreseeable future for now. Okay, not too bad.
I'll take it.
I love strawberries. Y'all know my favorite fruit. Between, well, it's like a top three. I don't want to give one just the upper hand because it's kind of mood based. But strawberries, pineapples, and bananas are like it. You know what I mean? I like the go-to for sure. It's pretty much ready to go. Let's go ahead and get us a little taste of this. We need to sample it. And let me see. Move everything out the way. Gotta make room for what's to come. What kind of attack method do we want? I don't even know. Let's give it a good. Oh man, I think I'm gonna take this corner right here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Nice and solid cut. If you haven't had one of these, definitely please try to make one because they are out of this world. And now it's time. Ultimate taste test. Let's get a little bit of everything up in there. Man, just like my mama made it. Finger licking. Just like that. Done data. Man. How delicious. Just kind of cooked up some venison I had, and you know, just later in the day, and I kind of need some real food. Can't survive off cake, but I guess I'll kind of cut it right here, guys. I do have a really good video coming up, and I'm excited to start working on it. I'd like to take the time to give a special thanks to my Patreon supporters. As time goes on, I'll be able to put out better quality videos. You know, it's a small, like, gradual kind of build. So right now, you know, I'm upgrading a couple of my things, and as I'm able to, I'll continue to upgrade. And I really couldn't do it without you guys' support. So it kind of works hand in hand. You know, more support, the better quality videos I'm able to produce for you guys. If you would like to support me on Patreon, I have the link below. Either way, even if you're not on Patreon, you're just here watching, you know, I mean, making it to the end is always the best part. Oh, and while we're here, real quick before I officially go, I just want to thank my boy Hootie, man, for hooking me up with the temp probe. Don't worry, we was able to make sure that since I thawed this meat out in the pond where, you know, it's prone to bacteria, I want to make sure I'm able to cook it to the proper internal temp, so that way it's, you know, fit for consumption. So I was able to make sure we were at the proper internal temp now, and I was able to thaw this out in the pond and not have too much to worry about when it comes to bacteria. I made another batch of this deer meat, and I cooked it in, I smothered it in some milk and hot sauce, topped it off with some more hot sauce along with some other seasoning, and oh my gosh, this is good. Hey, and if y'all miss Noah, man, say what's up, dude.
What's going on, fam?
I know a guy.
And I'm that guy.
It's our last little bit of deer meat from him, man. But this batch right here, look at this. A good little, yeah, milky, hot saucy gravy. 10,000 out of 10, no lie. If you made it in, thank you for watching. If you're new, welcome to the family. As always, this Big Nugget, and I'm out.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rapper pack Mr. Magic Molly Mall.